Émile Édouard Charles Antoine Zola was a French novelist, playwright, journalist, the best-known practitioner of the literary school of naturalism, and an important contributor to the development of theatrical naturalism. He was a major figure in the political liberalization of France and in the exoneration of the falsely accused and convicted army officer Alfred Dreyfus, which is encapsulated in the renowned newspaper headline J'accuse. Zola was nominated for the first and second Nobel Prize in Literature in 1901 and 1902. If you ask me what I came into this life to do, I will tell you, I came to live out loud. It is not I who am strong, it is reason, it is truth. Don't go looking at me like that because you'll wear your eyes out. I am little concerned with beauty or perfection. I don't care for the great centuries. All I care about is life, struggle, intensity. I would rather die of passion than of boredom. Civilization will not attain to its perfection until the last stone from the last church falls on the last priest. The artist is nothing without the gift, but the gift is nothing without work. Blow the candle out, I don't need to see what my thoughts look like. If people can just love each other a little bit, they can be so happy. When truth is buried underground it grows, it chokes, it gathers such an explosive force that on the day it bursts out, it blows up everything with it. The fate of animals is of far greater importance to me than the fear of appearing ridiculous. When you have a sorrow that is too great it leaves no room for any other. These young people naturally grow up with ideas different from ours, for they are born for times when we shall no longer be here. Did not one spend the first half of one's days in dreams of happiness and the second half in regrets and terrors? The day is not far off when one ordinary carrot may be pregnant with revolution. In my view, you cannot claim to have seen something until you have photographed it. The truth is on the march and nothing will stop it. We are like books. Most people only see our cover, the minority read only the introduction, many people believe the critics. Few will know our. In love as in speculation there is much filth, in love also, people think only of their own gratification, yet without love there would be no life, and the world would come to an end. I know nothing sadder than a hunchback in love or an ugly woman full of romantic ideals. Wasn't it true that the moment two women were together in the presence of their lovers their first idea was to do one another out of them? It was a law of nature. The obligation of a writer is to live out loud. War is life itself, we must eat or be eaten so that the world might live. It is only warlike nations which have prospered. A nation dies as soon as it disarms. If the world is to die in misery, let it at least go out with a song on its lips, and pity for itself. Nothing develops intelligence like travel. If you shut up truth and bury it under the ground, it will but grow, and gather to itself such explosive power that the day it bursts through it will blow up everything in its way. The only basis for living is believing in life, loving it, and applying the whole force of one's intellect to know it better. Man's highest duty is to protect animals from cruelty. Did science promise happiness? I do not believe it. It promised truth, and the question is to know if we will ever make happiness with truth. I have but one passion, to enlighten those who have been kept in the dark, in the name of humanity which has suffered so much and is entitled to happiness. My fiery protest is simply the cry of my very soul. Governments are suspicious of literature because it is a force that eludes them. There are two men inside: the artist, the poet, and the craftsman. One is born a poet. One becomes a craftsman. Why is it that my heart is so touched whenever I meet a dog lost in our noisy streets? Why do I feel such anguished pity when I see one of these creatures coming and going, sniffing everyone, frightened, despairing of even finding its master? If I cannot overwhelm with my quality, I will overwhelm with my quantity. Lovers are made by a kiss. A new dynasty is never founded without a struggle. Blood makes good manure. When lovers kiss on the cheeks, it is because they are searching, feeling for one another's lips. Lovers are made by a kiss. I am spending delightful afternoons in my garden, watching everything living around me. As I grow older, I feel everything departing, and I love everything with more passion.